Namaste. Today in our channel we are going to talk about marriages, how to make marriages work well, how to make a marriage a happy marriage. Marriages may be made in heaven, but then all the turbulence that they go through is experienced only on the earth. So we need to find some ways of making the marriage work in a better way. And there is no general rule because every marriage, it involves two people, mainly two people, and then of course two families. And the equations keep changing between the two people, between the two families, and so many other external interferences, internal turbulences. So every marriage is unique by itself. So I generally don't even believe that there is a general rule that we can give and say this will make any marriage work. It's not like that. But then there are certain things at least, which we can lay down as general rules or general points which one can bear in mind to make a marriage work. But as always I say, whenever you really want something, the intention has to be very, very strong. So when the intention is strong that yes, I want to make my marriage work, then whether you are the male or the female, it doesn't matter, it's the same. You can definitely make it happen. So let me give you a few points to reflect on. First and foremost, point number one is accept the person as is. That is most important. Now whether it is your husband or whether you're talking about your wife, accept your spouse, because when you get married, you enter into a kind of unspoken agreement. Maybe we don't write it and sign, but then when you get married, it's an agreement that I want to live with you for the rest of my life. From both sides, I'm talking about both of them, whoever it is, both of them, husband as well as wife. And I'm willing to share everything with you. All this is there in our Shastras when the wedding takes place. But even if the mantras are spoken, or even if it is a different kind of wedding, a different religion, everywhere these intentions are there in a wedding, but probably they are not spoken out so clearly, or for some reason people do get into marriages today without understanding that you need to accept the person first as the person is. It is not that you expect your husband to be a particular kind of person and then find that he's not like that, or you expect your wife to be a particular kind of person and then find that she's not like that. It's not, that doesn't work. Before marriage you can have a lot of thoughts whether you can go through with this or not, but once you get married, then the point number one is accept the person as he or she is. This is what it is. This is who this person is. These are the shortcomings, these are the plus points, these are the minus points. So accept a person, that is most important. Accept your spouse. And point number two, accept the situation. Situation meaning it could be a joint family. So there are others in the family, in-laws are there, and because of that there could be some small problems, but accept that situation, that this is how this family is. This is how I am going to live now, hereafter, after the marriage, whether you're the husband or the wife. The wife comes into your family, and if it's a joint family, then everyone has to create small changes in their equations. Otherwise it doesn't work. So you also may have to create some small changes in your day-to-day life, whether you're the husband or the wife. If it's a lady, then you get married and go to another family. If it's a joint family, then there are a lot of changes you will have to make in your day-to-day life. So accept the person, accept the situation. That is the most important thing. Point number three, be in the present. This is the most important point, I would say, because most of the time whenever I do marriage counseling, what I have seen is all the grudges, all the hatred, all the anger that is spewed out is only about the past. If they've been married for 10 years, then in the last 10 years, whatever went wrong, whatever mistakes the other person made, all that comes into play. But if you train your mind to remain in the present, and if you just let go of the past, whatever the other person did, I'm not saying it was not wrong or not right, because I'm not generalizing anything, but then there could have been mistakes, there could have been something wrong done by the other person. We are not even talking about forgiving, because no one is so big to forgive another person. Again, some other day you may commit a mistake. So let us not talk about forgiving, but let us talk about letting go and being in the present. Today, did that person do anything wrong? Then talk only about that. Don't talk about what that person did 1 year back, 6 months back, 1 month back, 10 days back. Then it keeps on adding, the garbage keeps adding up, and you will be spilling it everywhere. And then that's not a way to make a marriage work. So be in the present, talk only about the present. Try not to bring in whatever happened long back, any mistakes, any negative things that happened long back. Just allow them to go in the past. Let go and try to live in the present. Every day is a new beginning. Keep reminding yourself about that, and you will see it makes a vast difference. And the point number 4, either you can meditate, or if you do not meditate generally, then relax yourself a little bit. If you meditate, it will be wonderful, but otherwise at least relax yourself and visualize that your marriage is very happy and that you're living a nice, good, happy married life. That thought has to come more in the mind than about the shortcomings. Every marriage has shortcomings. There's no such thing as perfect love or perfect marriage, or an ideal couple. We can talk about it, but it doesn't exist. Ideal couple would be two people who have learned how to adjust with each other, learn to accept the other person, learn to accept the situation, then they become the ideal couple. So that way you can wish, first of all, bring that thought into your mind that you are also an ideal couple, you are made for each other, that you are able to live happily with each other. So you can start visualizing at a meditative state or in a relaxed state of mind that both of you are living very happily. And to help you to do this visualization easily, visualization can be done maybe once in a day, because to sit and relax or to meditate, generally people do not find to do it many times. So once in a day at least you do it. But then the 5th point is something which you can keep doing many times during the day also. It is using affirmations. Affirmations can create wonderful changes in the mind. They can create an inner transformation. So I am going to give you 5 affirmations which can be easily used. You can easily learn them by heart and use them. You can create your own affirmations also. But keep this as a kind of ready reckoner. Easily you can use these affirmations throughout the day, whenever you remember, or whenever you feel a little angry towards your spouse, or whenever you remember something that went wrong, use these affirmations and you will find that your mind immediately changes a little bit. The thought forms change and they allow you to think about your spouse without anger, without hatred. That is the first, that's the most important step to make any marriage work. Let me give you those affirmations now. First affirmation you can note down, it will also appear on the screen. This is my family. After marriage, this realization has to come that now this is my family. So make it a very powerful affirmation. This is my family, not my parents' house, or not this, or not my hostel, or not my office. No, this is my family. So that is a very important affirmation. Make that the first affirmation in your mind. And then a very simple affirmation but very important. I am happily married. Again, your mind may say, but I am not so happy here. But then what do you want in this marriage? If you want it to be a happy marriage, then give that as an affirmation and say, I am happily married. So that is the second affirmation. Third one, I love my spouse very much. Now when I am saying this, again your mind may rebel and your mind may say, how can I say this? He did this or she did this. But again, if you want to make your marriage work and if you want to let go of all those negative emotions, start telling yourself, I love my spouse very much. Whether it's your husband or your wife, keep telling yourself, I love my spouse very much. And then the fourth one, I express my love to my family members. I brought this as the fourth affirmation because in case it's a joint family, in case there are others apart from your spouse, then you need to be kind and caring to them also. You need to express your love to them. Any love that is there in your mind, if it is not expressed, it's not going to be of much use. You can express it simply with a word, with a look, with a thought, or with a thoughtful gesture, whatever applies to them. So start giving yourself this as the fourth affirmation. I express my love to my family members. And then the last one is the most important one. I take the responsibility to make my marriage work. Or you can even say, I take the responsibility to make my marriage successful. So instead of work, you can say successful. So that is a very important affirmation. So 5 affirmations I have given you, and if you want, you can again rewind the video, go back and take down those affirmations, because they will come in writing also, and repeat them to yourself anytime during the day. Whenever you feel anything else coming up in your mind, repeat these affirmations, and you will find that your energy towards the marriage changes immediately. And when your energy changes, then automatically your thoughts change, your beliefs change, your reactions will change, and everything will change. Life will become much better. So what are you waiting for? Remember the 5 points which I mentioned first about your mindset towards the marriage, and then the 5 affirmations which I have mentioned. Write down those affirmations somewhere, note them down, learn them by heart, and repeat them to yourself every now and then, whenever you can. And every time you repeat these affirmations to yourself, or you visualize a happy marriage, you are actually putting your marriage back on track, on the right track. So keep doing that, and you can take this initiative and make your marriage a happy one, and many people will benefit. It's not only both of you, it's not only the husband and wife who benefit when a marriage is good. It is the children, it is the parents, it is the immediate family. Everyone becomes more happy. So you have that big responsibility with you. I'm sure this video will help you to carry forward that responsibility and fulfill in your life. So here is wishing you a very happy married life.